Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Living in Hope. I'm Jill Carlton. We are going to do a Affirmation Tarot, just like we did last week. We did a couple of them last week. I'm going to do at least one right now. So, and again, we are using the Mastery cards. Where is it? There it is. The Mindset Mastery cards. And the, well, that ain't it. There we go. The Rethink Affirmation cards. So, y'all know the idea behind tarot is that basically the Akashic record or the Akashic field is what kind of draws the cards or lays them out for you, especially when they're focused on. But in this particular case, we're dealing with affirmations. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and I think we can all use a little bit of positivity and good things to say to ourselves. So we're going to start off with the Mindset Mastery one, which is the slippery little devils that are trying to shoot across my tiny little desk here. Ah! Okay, this one wants to be read. I'm doing it like a tarot reading there. This one leaped out at me and it said, "Read me now." Okay, so we're going to do one of these. And let's see, this one, and where's my handy dandy magnifying headlight here, because the light in here is a little bit weird. Okay, so this one says, "I am a mighty force for good in this world, and I make a difference by showing up every day and doing my best." And on the back side it says, "Ask yourself 3 questions and pick one to do today. What is something I can do to be of service to someone? What is something I can do to elevate my joy so that I can be my best self? And how can I make someone smile today?" All relatively easy things. And depending on your mindset, again, your mindset's going to have an awful lot to do with it. They should be relatively easy to pick one. Making someone smile. Smiling is reflexive. We mirror each other as a species. So when you smile at somebody, it is reflexive to go ahead and smile back. So if you go out today, if you see somebody on the street, smile. And do that one. No matter how rough it is, even if you force it with a nod, you'll probably get a smile back. Something you can do to elevate your joy so that you can be your best self. Remember, elevating your joy is part of the law of attraction. It is part of the elevation of your frequency. And we will be talking about this a little bit more on Saturday the 12th, this coming Saturday. I'm doing a free Zoom call or free Zoom conference regarding manifestation, regarding how to empower yourself, some of the 5 steps that are required, or 5 pillars that are foundational to empowering yourself. And one of those things is elevating your frequency. And everybody says that, but nobody tells you how to do it. They always say, gratitude, practice gratitude. And yeah, gratitude is a huge part of it, but understanding frequency and the power of it is something that we're going to go into a little bit more, and why it's important, because there are different levels of frequency. So if you want to, there will be links in the video description or in the social media post. There will be links to the Eventbrite registration page or the Zoom registration page. It is free, so please go ahead and sign up. I would love to see you on the Zoom call. Interact, have a chance to ask questions live. I mean, come on. Let's do this thing and learn a little bit more about how we utilize some of these 5 tenets. It's not just frequency. It's quantum physics, and it's Hermetic wisdom, and it is Stoic philosophy. All these things are paramount to your ability to empower yourself for life in such a way that nobody will ever be able to take your power away again. So go ahead and join us on Saturday, July 12th, 2025 at 11 a.m. Central U.S. time. And again, go ahead and grab the link. There is also a link to my website, jacarlton.com, where you can go to the store and you can pull off a free PDF. It's the Explorer version of my Thrive, Empower for Life workbook, notebook, whatever you want to call it. So again, pick one of these things. Pick the easiest one for you to do today. Usually, again, depending on how you're feeling about what's been going on lately, particularly in this world and in the U.S., if you're with me, how can I make someone smile today? Just smile at them, and hopefully you'll get a smile back. Something you can do to elevate yourself, elevate your joy so that you can actually be your best self. A lot of times, we always say touch grass, go out and touch grass. Hug a tree, touch a tree, pet your dog, snuggle with your dog or cat. Just let them know that they're needed. And that does a huge amount, not just to decrease your blood pressure, but also to elevate your joy. Animals are pure devotion and love, even when cats are being jerks. And, let's face it, they're mercurial. What do you want from them? Something you can do to be of service to someone. If you're not in the mood, don't try. If you're not in the mood to help someone or to be of service, sometimes it's better not to try. But if you run into a circumstance where you can be of help to someone, whether it's loaning a dime at a cash register or pointing somebody in the right direction to get where they're going with a smile, then that's pretty easy. That's being of service and that's being of help. So it's the little things in life. We all know it. All right, so moving on to the next one, the Rethink deck, which is just, again, it's this freaking huge 94 card deck. And these puppies are probably going to fly all over the place. Ooh, not so bad. Ow. Hard on the hands, though. Oh, I thought I had pretty big hands for a girl, but Jiminy Crickets. This is nuts. Okay, we'll give it another one. Oh, wait. Go in there. There we go. Ah! That's what she said. Sorry. My apologies. Whoop. Card just leaped out. 2 of them. None on the floor. Okay, none on the floor. So 2 cards just leaped out. They wanted to get red. We're going to go through both of them today because that's how some people are working the tarot. So, all right. Today we have mindfulness and self-acceptance. Save the best for last. Let's start with mindfulness. Let's see what they say here. So it's a pretty card. Mindfulness. Wait, where is it? There it is. Oh, God, the twisting. All right. Mindfulness. I actively engage in mindfulness, anchoring myself in the present moment's serenity. I wholeheartedly embrace life's exquisite beauty, discovering profound joy in its simplest nuances. With a grateful heart, I appreciate the abundance of blessings that enrich my existence. So absolutely paramount importance. Mindfulness is something that is, again, imperative, but it's a part of the equation when it comes to manifestation. Why do I say that? Because mindfulness keeps you in the moment. It keeps you from focusing on the stresses that you see coming that you have to deal with this week. It keeps you from focusing on the stresses that you had to deal with that you can't do anything about, or at least you can't change from last week. Mindfulness is about the moment. This is where you begin to separate yourself from your emotions in the sense that you feel the emotion, you experience the emotion, but you are not that emotion. I am having an angry moment. I am angry at this moment, or I feel angry. Learn to change that little bit of verbiage there. Because when you say, I am angry, that changes your mindset to open to being angry, to being angry more frequently, rather than if you correct yourself and you say, I feel really angry. I feel angry. Feelings are fleeting. Anger, happiness, joy, sorrow, grief, they're all fleeting. They go away. They are like the clouds in the sky that you watch on a summer day. They pass by, and hopefully they teach you something in between. But if you let yourself be angry or be sad, it opens the door for more of that anger and more of that sadness to come in and live within you. That is a vibration. It is a vibration of sadness, of grief, of anger. They are lower frequency vibrations. They penetrate deeper, just like sound waves do. They penetrate deeper, they go further, they are lower frequency, and they stay inside of you. You collect that energy, and you don't want to collect that energy. You have to feel it as a energetic being, as a being of energy, living a corporeal experience. You will feel these emotions, but you will feel these emotions and try to approach them in the sense of, what can I learn from feeling this at this moment? Why am I feeling this? What did that person do? What did they remind me of? What is my knee-jerk response? Why was my knee-jerk response anger or sadness or hurt or joy? Thank you for the joy. Thank you for the joy of the moment. Thank you for the sadness of the moment. Thank you for connecting me to whatever it was that reacted with sadness. I know it sounds a little bit hokey, but it is the beginning of learning to change your mindset to observe rather than living within. Some of the greatest philosophers of the past, of the current day, try to remind us, live in this world, but be not of it. And what that means basically is to live in the experience that being in this world provides for you. But you are not that experience. You are the culmination of what those experiences have brought and taught you, but you are not those experiences, if that makes sense. If not, we're going to talk more about it on Saturday the 12th. So anyway, bring your questions then. Go ahead, sign up, grab a link, click it. It's only an hour. We'll probably blather on for about 35-45 minutes, and then we'll have a good 15-minute Q&A. And then you'll get copies of the link. If I get your email address, that's what you do when you register with Eventbrite or Zoom. We'll get your email address, and we'll send you a copy of the link so that you can review it anytime that you want. So anyway, second card, self-acceptance. Some of us need a lot more self-acceptance. And some of us really need to take stock of parts of ourselves and go through what no longer serves not only ourselves, but basically our vision of who we are in this world. So self-acceptance. I accept myself unconditionally with a heart free from judgment or criticism. I recognize that I am inherently perfect in my own unique way with all my inner imperfections, or with all my imperfections and quirks. I wholeheartedly love and accept myself for the beautiful being that I am. This is a fabulous card because of the fact that it is espousing acceptance of yourself, even with your quirks and imperfections. And we all have those things. They come about because of, in part, our programming, in part because of our life experience. Our programming goes back hundreds of thousands of years, okay? Tens of thousands of years, definitely, in the social sphere. Our programming started with your grandparents and their grandparents and theirs, all the way down to like the first hominids. So we're talking about gender roles, we're talking about societal roles, we're talking about later on when religion came out, and don't get me started on this too much. When religion came about and decided that they had a right to tell other people how to live. I'm going to stop there. But the point is that you are taught, we are all taught, as part of our lived genetic experience from so far back, we are taught not to accept certain things about ourselves. Jung talked about the shadow self, the inner shadow, the darkness that we have. These things are unacceptable according to society, parents, religion. You're supposed to suppress them. There's a difference between acting on and accepting your own darkness. So we all have dark impulses. We all have self-destructive impulses. We all have externally destructive impulses. But the important thing to remember about those is that the more you try to force them down without acknowledging them, without accepting what they mean to you or why you have these impulses, the stronger they get, the more they demand your attention. They're like the baby of the family. When you ignore us, we just keep poking. You know, think Stewie. Mom, mommy, mom, mommy, mother, mom, mommy, mommy, mother, mommy, mommy. And it just keeps going on until they're shouting in your ear, pulling on your hair, and screaming in your face. So the important thing to do, the easiest, actually the real easiest thing to do, is to sit down with those parts about yourself that you question. Why are you here? What do you serve? What purpose do you serve? Sit down in silence or solitude and ask that part of yourself, what purpose do you serve? Sometimes it's as much, it's nothing more than I'm a reaction to that time I got hit in the face with a Tinker toy and I lost a tooth in preschool. So it's just a knee-jerk reaction to that. So anybody coming at me, I flinch and I jerk back and I get really hostile, and it's reflexive. And once you acknowledge that it's reflexive, that opens the door for you to be able to say, okay, what is this situation that I'm in? Is this one of those situations where I really need to go dukes up? Or is this a situation where I am potentially bound to overreact? Somebody comes at you and somebody says, okay, take a work review, for instance. Okay, it's time for my annual review. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what they're going to say. Oh my God, am I going to have a job when I walk out the door? Stop it. Stop it. Take a breath. It's a work review. Depending on your situation and your job, you are allowed to make mistakes. Certain ones, not so much, but hopefully, if you have made those mistakes and you were given an opportunity to learn from them, hopefully you have done so. So, the important thing is, again, to sit down and know why you react a certain way and learn to control that reaction. There are a lot of things in this world. You can't control anything but yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your opinions. That's where Stoicism comes in. I'm not talking about the broicism BS that people are teaching about oppressing other people. That's nonsense. That's cruelty. That's sadism. I'm talking about looking inside. I'm talking about using your logic, your ethics, and your understanding of the world around you to determine what kind of person you want to be, and to think through what you can control and how you can react differently to certain situations so that you can achieve an optimal outcome. Sometimes that means being open to criticism. And you have to be open to criticism in this world up to a degree, especially when it comes to jobs and if you want to keep yours. Anyway, so that's our two cards. So we had mindfulness and we had self-acceptance. So both of which actually kind of fed off of each other. So we thank the spirit, as it were, and that right there. God bless the glare. Gotta do something about that. I don't know how to handle that. Anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. But mindfulness and self-acceptance. You are definitely worth accepting. And even when nobody else seems to be accepting of you, if you are, and you're comfortable in that, and you have paid attention to who you are and met your shadow self, even if it's just acknowledging it, you don't have to embrace it yet, even if you just acknowledge it, other people will notice the difference. So the more often you do it. We're eventually going to get to solitude, but that will depend on the cards and what they say. And then also remember a mighty force for good in this world. What can you do? What simple thing can you do? Smile at someone today. Smile at them. Acknowledge them. And again, I'm going to put up a card at the end of this video, so please go ahead and go down to the notes in the video or check around the actual posting wherever this is going to go on your social media for the links to both Eventbrite and the Zoom. And I hope to see you on Saturday, July 12th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, U.S., and we're going to talk more about this. If you have questions, bring them. And don't forget to stop by jacarlton.com/store to get your free copy of the Explorer version of the Thrive Empowerment for Life workbook. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying. Please click like and please like and subscribe and all that good stuff, because this is going out initially as a YouTube video. And, please, follow me on my social medias. There's links to them also in the YouTube description. So if you don't like, kind of searching people up, click the links. I don't know how to make a link tree yet, but I'm working on it. So y'all have a great day. Happy Sunday. It's back to work tomorrow. So breathe deep. Let it all out and realize you have the rest of the day. So thank you for being here, and I hope to see you soon. Bye now.